computer. All right. Just a couple of reminders, just because I can, it's my meeting and I can. The support team forum is next week. I know the leadership team forms that Cecilia has been receiving, um, those teams that are sending them, they're definitely being talked about, which is good. It's going to be really, really helpful. So we're going to want to encourage everybody to be in that room next week. Uh, so please, if you support a chapter, just make sure uh, that you're that you're talking about that. All right, please, please, please. Um, Kind of in alignment with that, if you support a chapter and someone on that leadership team is not taking notes on the form that the president is running that meeting, I need you to do it. We need those forms back. We need them back very, very badly. It's already happened. It's already happened where uh, a director gets sick. They need to step away. They're out of town, and another director has to step in, and it is really challenging to bring somebody in without any information. And Cecilia is only as good as the information that she's given. So I'm going to ask you, please, if the president struggles with getting you the meeting notes, it's still your responsibility to take notes and send them to Cecilia. Any questions? Like, just want to make sure everybody hears me.
Okay, so then I need to know if Drew's not sending them because I thought he was.
So here's the surefire way to know. He
Okay.
needs to copy you and Cecilia. Then you know.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And this is why I'm saying you all cannot be responsible. Like Tava, you can't push a noodle, right? Like you can't push a noodle.
Can try,
You
but
can. You can try really, really hard.
yeah.
And the biggest piece is just take some notes. Like, you know, especially the important things, right? Especially the important things.
Okay.
Um, and you all can remind people like crazy, to Christina's point. You all can remind people like crazy. Um, I'm just asking you all have the form, you have access to the form. So, yes, the president is supposed to be running the meeting and you can still take notes. Susan, would you share, only because I know how you do it and I know that you do it every single week. Can you share how you get them and send them? Like, what is your process? Because I know you're a systems processes woman and I love it.
I am. And when I relied on presidents in my previous one that I assisted and my current one, um, I got one report from each and then nothing. And I'm a note taker anyway. And I always would either, if I did get one, I'd add to it to give more detailed. And I just do it myself.
Okay.
It's
And
a quick, it doesn't have to be
yeah,
long.
it doesn't. I mean, I know Cecilia gets some that have like an AI reader and then they send her the entire conversation. That is not what we need either.
Okay.
Like she'll save that for sure. We really need the highlights or the lowlights, however you guys want to talk about it. What we need to know what's happening in the chapter.
Well,
Um,
so Susan does a really good job of adding to the agenda. So if she does happen to have a president that or leadership team member that fills in the agenda, it's one color and Susan will add in, red. That's her. So I can differentiate who's the notes from. That's one way. Um, Really, it's as long as we get an agenda and it can be directly from the president. I have presidents that CC everybody in and they come in weekly. I have some that I just don't get the information from at all. Some, like I said, where it's both the leadership and the DC, you know, typing on the same form. Some where the DC themselves sends it straight to me because they've written it out and have added notes too. So there's not a really a right or wrong way to take the notes. Just send the notes.
Right. Just
So Cecilia, is Drew sending them?
I haven't seen anything from Santana Lee in quite some time.
Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, because he tells me every week that he takes them because I watch him,
Well,
and
like
then he
like
tells me
Chrissy
I'm
said,
sending
that
them. So
what's encouraged is that we ask our president if they are the one taking the notes to please CC you,
yeah,
director consultant, in, and so then we all know that they're being sent, right? And remind them. Some, might think that they don't have a choice. Like, you know what? If it's a struggle for you to take the notes, I absolutely am happy to take the notes and send them for you. And then, of course, you CC the leadership when you send them, same thing, so that they see that they're being sent. Because we want to be transparent as possible with our leadership teams. There's
sure,
nothing, secret going on here.
Well, I think that's the big piece too, right? If you are the one that ends up taking the note, well, if you take your own notes, right? And you're sending them to Cecilia, they need to go to everybody. Like if you have something that you need to talk to Cecilia about that you're probably not going to write down because you're struggling with something or you feel like they're struggling with something, you're probably not going to put that down in the notes. You know what I mean?
right,
You're going to call her directly anyway. This is really chapter things where the more transparent you are, that way that's a deposit for them too. If they know exactly what you're quote unquote reporting, right? Then they know they can trust you. They know, oh, well, that's exactly what we talked about, and that's exactly what she told. That was her note. That's really what it is. We're making the deposits with our leadership teams, and we're ensuring that the regional team has the information. Those are the two things. It's not about making more work for you guys. But if you're on the call, it really shouldn't take more than about 10 minutes.
okay,
Especially yeah, so that's it. And those of you that are newer that have just taken over or are getting ready to take over, like Tava, you have not ever been in leadership. We know it's a little bit it's different for you. Sydney is uh incoming director consultant for the brand new chapter we just launched in Maricopa. She hasn't ever been in leadership before. So, that's why we're hoping Sydney's going to sit in with Cecilia, you sat in with Christina, and we're not expecting perfection out of anybody, not anybody. But I'm going to continue to talk about this just because it's an expectation of for us to the director team to ensure if the president is not doing it. I mean, I don't know why you would take the notes and not just send them right away, but it does end up happening. Um, we just want to make sure that you're taking your notes. You're only as good as what you can do and what you can control. Fair enough?
fair enough.
Awesome. Um, the selection schedule timeline. So, hopefully all of the education has been done. Hopefully the forms have been sent out. If you are in a chapter that you have not received the form yet, you may want to have a conversation with your director consultant. Just saying. Um, So that's what I would say. The president is we've got between June 15th and June 22nd. That's when we're hoping that all the presidents are chosen. That's what that leadership team selection schedule says. All right. Um, and then July 9th is the president, VP, and secretary treasurer. So that's the hope, right? And then the full team is by the end of July. And remember in May when we were like, oh, this felt so far away, and now it's June 8th.
Yeah.
This is why we talk about it in May. All right. So, uh, again, all you can do is just continue to talk about it. Hey, how's it going? Do you need any help? Those types of things. All right. But hopefully by the end of the 22nd, the week of the 22nd, so we've got 2 weeks basically, we've got presidents chosen. All right. I know a couple of presidents have been chosen because I think I've got a couple of people on this team that have been asked to be president. Shocking. So shocking that that happens.
And quick note on that, reminding your teams as they're picking their presidents that they get to choose the president and the president themselves gets to choose their secretary treasurer and their VP. Okay? They get to do that. So we just want to remind them that that's how the process works. It's not the outgoing leadership that picks the whole entire team.
Yeah. People do tend to forget that. Chris, why are you smiling right now? Look at that big old smile. No, I have no idea what you're talking about, Chrissy. Not it. Not it. Um, and and I'll tell you all why. I know those of you that have been around a bit, we want the president to choose their team. Like we need them to feel really good about the
Mhm.
VP and secretary treasurer. Like when I was president, the only reason I took the role was because Danielle said she'd be VP.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm out. I'm not doing it. So it's really important. And I own BNI, right? But for me, it was really important to be able to choose the people that I was going to have to be on a call with, that I was going to be helping and running that chapter with. And so we want to impress upon those teams. I know outgoing teams kind of sometimes have a hard time letting control go. And they want to be like, well, yeah, but we think this person would be really great. Absolutely, they can recommend, and that incoming president needs to feel really empowered by you as the director, that you are there to help them and they get to choose that team. Alrighty. Um, we have put together a list of train the trainers, people that we think would be really great to train the incoming teams. So you're going to be getting an email from me. I'm going to give you all of the dates that I need you at. So I will give you them all at this point. All right. That's the beauty of it. Um, and then basically my hope is that you'll be able to do it because we're going to be doing things a little bit different. We're going to do train the trainer, and then we're going to do a training, like a pre-training week, where those of you that are trainers, and not everybody from the director team are training. We have some other people obviously that we'd like to see training. But we don't want the first time you all to be training to be that first day. And so we're going to do a week of training where you guys get to train the director team. And directors, you get to choose which ones you want to go to that week. We'll do our best to move them around different days and times. Um, and uh, you know, you'll sit in as if you're taking the training and then take notes and then give feedback after, not during the training, but after. It will also suffice as your training. So just so you know, that means you don't have to go to August training. Shh.
Mm.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Um, so just know that. But we just realized that it would be really great if the first time those trainers are training, it wasn't actually just the first time. So
Another reason to keep that leadership selection schedule moving really well, because hopefully by then you'll know what role you're slotted in for the incoming term. So you'll know which training, which first run training to attend. Oh, I'm going to be education next term. Awesome. So go to the training for education in July.
yeah. That's the hope. That's the hope. Alrighty. All right. Well, let's get into our mastermind. Um, so today what we thought of, the whole entire point of why we were doing these masterminds is we used to have a monthly director meeting. It was just a monthly director meeting. Obviously the majority of it was about my business and about BNI and about chapters and about all of that. And what we realized is we want to make sure that you all are getting value. You're putting a lot of time in supporting these chapters and helping me run this huge business with lots of people in it. And so we want to make sure that we're adding value. So we didn't add the mastermind. It's really just in lieu of what used to be an actual director meeting, but we didn't add another meeting for you all. We just hopefully have a full room because also it's very difficult to have a mastermind when you only have like three people. It's a very small mind. And we need big minds here. We need big minds to help us. So I am gonna be the timer again. We're each gonna get 2.5 minutes. Custom edit 2:30, maybe 3 minutes. And what we're going to talk about today, we've got a couple of questions. All right. So what type of referral partner has produced the that did I spell something wrong? Highest. Okay. I was like, biggest. That's definitely not the right. Highest ROI for your business. So what type of referral partner has produced the highest ROI for your business? All right. Are they listed on your top 10 contact sphere sheet? Because that's where they need to be, right? And then the third, are they in your room? Do you have them in your room? And if not, are you asking for them? And are they listed as one of the top three, right? Like on your one-to-one planner, you've got your you've got your contact sphere 1 through 10, and then in the box to the right, like you need these people in the room, right? Here's what we know. When we have referral sources in the room, we all make more money. We make more money. All right. So those are the questions. What type of referral partner has produced the highest ROI for your business? Did we just go around the room before, Cecilia, or did she just called people? All right.
Yep,
Cecilia,
she just picked people and asked them the questions, and then the timer started.
okay, great. Cecilia, you're up. What type of referral partner has produced the highest ROI for your business?
I knew you were gonna do this. Okay. Um, it's a category of people really because it's those that are in the health and wellness um category along with me for my business in my room. The classification that I have is health and wellness products. And so those that are under that same health and wellness category umbrella have really supported my business. Surprisingly enough, one in particular that's classification is skincare and cosmetics. Because even though within my business outside of BNI, um, I offer skincare and cosmetics, but for the purpose of my classification inside BNI, I stay in the health and wellness products that doesn't include that because they are in my room, but they really are the highest referrer for me, which has been really awesome. So, yes, they're included on my contact sphere. And for those that are the three that are not in my room that I know would really benefit me and I would love to have in my room are personal trainer, gym owner, and a hairstylist. I tend to tell folks everyone should have a hairstylist on their contact sphere because hairstylists are like therapists and they know everything about everyone that they talk to. And as their clients are sharing the things, they can refer them to all of the things that are going on in their lives. So,
It's true.
yep.
It's true. Awesome. Anybody have any questions? Any other thoughts for Cecilia on partners?
If you know a personal trainer, I would love to have a personal trainer in our room in Givers Gain Fridays from 11:30 to 1 hybrid. I would love a personal trainer in there. We have a solid health and wellness um sphere going on, or I should say, what's it called? The 8 and 6. Chrissy, why can't I think of it? It is the contact sphere, right?
Yeah, the context. Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we have a solid health and wellness contingency in our room. That's a really strong room, but it would always love to add more to us. And if not, something in the like personal services section. So like the hairstylist, right? And the events and all of that. It would be nice to have more of those. I think health and wellness and events and personal service work really well together.
Nice. Awesome.
Time's up. I did
That's it.
it.
That's
All
it. You did
right.
it. You did it.
Thanks.
You did it. Ashley.
Thought I was gonna have more time, you guys.
Well, this is
Hold.
also, if you struggle a little bit, this is also the space to ask, right? You're like,
Right.
I don't know.
Yes.
It's a great
Yeah,
question.
I definitely will say when I was, focusing on some of the smaller things, like definitely my health and wellness contact sphere were the go-to referral partners. And as Cecilia was saying, I mean, I'm always asking for a hairstylist or a nail tech because if you get the right one, they will talk your ear off. So, it's like going to the therapist almost. So, definitely those ones are definitely on my 10 best. Uh, it's interesting when it comes to my actual highest referral partner for tutoring and those it's hard because like counselors would be really amazing. And especially like school counselors would be awesome. Obviously, that's very different in the fact that like I'm not sure if they'd be able to join BNI because they're part of the school, things like that. Like it's a very interesting like brain jump. I still obviously put them on my referral partners list, but they're not necessarily one that could join BNI. Principals, again, would be another great one. Can't really join BNI, right? So it's been really interesting. I mean, it's been the last 4 years of like tweaking the, okay, well, who could I get in the room that could be that easy referral partner both ways? Not only would
Yeah.
they be able to send easy referrals to me, but me to them as well. So it's been a struggle. I would love some feedback.
So I think if you're looking at like, oh, so it's a school principal, right?
Right.
What are the businesses that target that principal?
Mm,
You see what I'm saying? So, okay, maybe it's not
yeah,
the principal, but who are the other businesses that do business with that principal
right.
or
Well,
that
and that's yeah,
school?
and that's why I
That
was thinking
school.
of like school counselors,
Yep.
that realm too. So life coaches, business coaches, even though we're not necessarily within like an immediate referral. And then that's the other reason why I've done family practices as like trying to get a family practice in the room because they do quite literally like help and they're allowed to like recommend things to the
Yeah.
parents and we
Yeah.
could be a referral partner for them. So family practices has been hard to
Yeah.
try to even get my foot in the door, but yeah, that's a big one.
Well, and Cecilia said athletic director, Sydney said nonprofits geared towards schools. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I know Justin Price. I thought of the same thing, Christina. Um, I also think promotional products people, because promotional products people are reaching out. They're doing the t-shirts for the band. They're doing the t-shirts for the parents. They're doing the uniforms, all of those. So they're connected.
Yes,
They're
yes.
connected to the people that are connected to the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, and speech therapists, mm,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
GALs, Todd,
Yes,
that's yeah.
exactly. It is very interesting because for those we have a lot of people in Sierra Vista who actually end up going to Tucson for a lot of the things listed when it comes to like family medicine. So it's very
Yeah.
interesting because it's like, well, I could technically try to get people in Tucson to be able to refer to me to those people. So I have been
Yeah,
recently trying to branch out more towards that too.
that's good. Well, and that's one of the reasons we gave you a chapter to support in Tucson.
Exactly.
Honestly, it really is.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Perfect.
Cool.
Susan.
Um, I have multiple ones that are good, and they have a general scenario around them. And it's the ones that we do the labor for,
Mm.
and they supply the materials, because
Ah,
that goes to my bottom line. We're material heavy in our business. And if I buy it, I have to mark it up. There's no getting around it. And most of the time I can compete with what's online, but sometimes who I'm dealing with is very particular. Like, I order stuff out of LA Apparel all the time, a huge amount of material, and I don't pay for it. I use my client's credit card, and that's fine by me. And the work I do is just adding to my bottom line. Um, that's good. Trades are great. They tend to like what they like to wear. And I always give people an option, especially trades. If you have a cap that you like, check it out on elsewhere to purchase the actual ones. I have 2 giant buckets sitting here to do for a roofer. I'm just waiting for approval on it. And they supplied every last drop of it. And those are great for me.
because then I mean, it's literally, like you said, it's just labor then at that point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we have costs, we have labor costs, but
Of
that's
course.
minute compared to the material costs that are involved in things. And one of my best referral partners is a promo person in BNI.
Yeah.
My favorite friend, Mr. Saunders, he's my salesperson. And, we quote things to him, and he's got several vendors, but we do a lot of work for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys have promotional products in your room?
We do not.
Okay. Okay.
They may come in and see that I'm apparel decoration and not want to be in the room.
So
But
short-sighted.
yeah, I mean, I'm working with Minuteman,
Yep.
2 members and Achievers. I know they have another person going to visit another chapter. I work with Jeff. We all do the same thing.
Right.
And the ones that are givers and BNI centric work with each other,
Yeah,
which is how it should be.
for sure. Yeah, I got to meet Carolina's daughter at Giver's Game on Friday. She
Yeah,
sounds exactly like her and looks a lot like her too. It was really cute.
she's great. I love her.
Yeah,
Yep. I've met the majority of their kids, and they're just all the same.
they are really wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have 7 kiddos too. They all have a job in that business too, which is pretty amazing. Okay. All right. So again, we're doing this. We are the best of the best here, right? And so the hope is that we are we're thinking of people, right? I mean, so that we can make connections for the people in the room, right? So, Arsenio.
Um, so I would have to say either a general contractor or a loan officer. Um, a loan officer recently I started working with a few of them that a lot of people right now are taking loans off their houses, things like that, or buying new properties, and they won't actually receive a loan if the house is not actually painted or if fascia is actually in bad condition. So I did not think of that until I actually got the call. So yeah, that's been really good because it starts with the fascia, but if wood is damaged, most likely the paint around everything else is damaged. So yeah, that's huge. And then general contractors, I mean, it's just um, it, it's something that you need to do before turning a house or anything that you're gonna do. So that's huge. But yeah, I think those have been the biggest ones.
Okay.
Arsenio, I'm making a connection to someone in my chapter for you. You're on my list. I just haven't sent the email yet,
Oh,
which is going to be a good one, I think, for you.
appreciate it, Susan. Thank you.
Okay.
And for those of you that don't know, Arsenio is very, very close to getting his you're getting your GC license. Is that what you're getting, Arsenio?
Yeah, well, contractors,
Contractors.
it's the commercial and residential. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. All right, you're close, right? You have to share that with us because that's a big deal.
Yeah, so I should be allowed to take my tests again within the next 4 weeks.
Nice.
But hopefully that's all I need to just turn in. They ended up using all of my other info, background check, my statutes test, all of that from my previous one. So as soon as I have that, I want to get back really
Nice.
fast.
Nice. Awesome. Well, congratulations. It's a very big deal. So
Thank you.
congratulations. All right. Miss Tava. Are you there? All right. We'll skip. Chris.
She was muted.
Oh, she was? Tava, are you there?
Sorry, yes, I'm here.
Okay.
So, um, gosh, guys, my thing is so hard. Russ gave me a great referral to Guidant. Thank you, Russ. That's about the only referral I've gotten in the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, I have other things that have happened. Thanks to Bromley, who was looking on LinkedIn and found this connection, and but as far as I'm just struggling with people understanding what it is that I do.
Right.
And so, yeah.
So who's a good referral partner for you though?
So a good referral was like with Russ, right? With Guidant tax law, tax attorneys. Um, Let me think who else.
Business coaches, anybody in the
Business.
financial services.
Thank you, Todd. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Consultants, business coaches. Todd has been an awesome connection for me. We're kind of working together. PO payroll systems. Um,
Hey, Tava, can you give
yes.
your pitch real quick?
My
What's your
pitch.
elevator pitch?
What's my elevator pitch? Oh, so financial navigator. I help small to medium sized businesses straighten up their numbers, learn their cash flow, be able to project what they want to do growing forward, moving forward. A bookkeeper, record your history. I help take you into the next level of what you want to do. I help basically grow your business.
That doesn't seem so difficult to understand.
Well, that's because you're in the financial world.
Yeah,
That is true. That is
I
true.
might just throw out there that that a fractional CFO basically is not, as you've told me many times, not a CPA. What I do is I advise on how to financially better manage your business rather than to do the nuts and bolts, right?
Right.
If you need guidance on how to get your financial house in order in your business, I'm your girl.
There you go.
I
Okay.
mean, does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Because
So,
you don't need a billion-dollar business. You could work with somebody that's doing $1 million a year, right? To get
yeah.
them.
Well, I could even work with somebody that's at 500,000, right? Because the between 500 and 2.5 million, they really can't afford a full-time CFO. And that's where my spot is because I'm the part-time CFO that gives them what a full-time CFO would provide them without the cost.
Hmm.
That's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, based on that and what Todd's asking, I mean, I think you need to meet every business coach in the world.
Hmm.
Okay, that's
Ava,
great.
how do you distinguish between a CPA being in the room and you? I feel like a peon may think, well, what do I need you for? I have a CPA.
Because a CPA records your history and prepares your taxes. They typically don't jump in and go, okay, where do you want to go and how do we get you there, right? CPAs record your history and they record your numbers and they might do tax planning with you, but they very rarely look at, hey, how can we help you grow your business, right?
Right.
Because they're just doing all of this stuff that's behind the scenes and the history. So,
Okay.
but a good CPA that understands my value as a bookkeeper, accounting and a fractional CFO could be like we could be married together.
Right. Yeah.
Because like right now, like Jeanette Call, who's
Yeah.
our tax preparer in my chapter, I just launched or I just was recruited to bring in a huge gas and oil transportation software dispatch system. And the guy's books are a disaster. I mean, absolute. They have an accounts receivable adjustment that the CPA did for $6 million, and it's not even accurate. So, and so they're looking at me, and I'm like going, "Holy Hannah!" So I went to Jeanette and I just said, "Hey, I need your
Yeah.
help." And so I've pulled together all the documentation. I'm doing all the stuff, but she's going to do the cleanup. So she and I are working hand in hand together. I mean, for just the 1 year, for just 2023, because we're just going to do 2023 to 2026. It's a $12,000 gig for her to help me.
Yeah.
So,
So, you know what I think you are? I think you put the pieces together,
mhm.
right?
Yes,
Like
yes,
that so you're using the CPA, you're using the bookkeeper, you have that knowledge so you can look at the numbers, right?
yep,
And you can okay, I see where you were. That's great. I see where you are. Okay. And then you can have the conversation of where do you go next. So I
mhm,
think it's just defining. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time. And I think the business coaches, I think financial advisors,
yeah,
because great financial advisors are not just looking at I mean, they're looking at everything. They're looking at your business, they're looking at your home, they're looking at everything. So
yeah.
it's good. All right.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Speaking of financial advisors, Chris?
Yes. So, Tava, we should definitely
Yep.
schedule a
Yes.
one-to-one or a couple of one-to-ones.
That would be great.
Um, awesome. So my three biggest are estate planning attorneys, CPAs or tax professionals, and then the third is healthcare providers. I was doing actually some kind of looking at my book of business, and I have a large number of nurses, and that has just kind of randomly happened over the years. And so good news is so we've had the estate planner, we have a tax professional, and we have a doctor in the room. So that makes me happy.
Yeah.
But definitely want to meet more of them if possible. So, and yeah, they're definitely on my list of top 10 people.
So who do you have since you have those people? You have those people, they're now in your room. Who do you have on your top three?
So my top three, commercial real estate is one that they're a little bit tough, but would like to see them
Yeah.
in there. I actually still have the estate planning attorney and CPAs on there just because they are such a big piece of my business. So trying to figure out who else to add on to that.
Yeah,
to update that.
we need somebody else in there because if they're on your contact sphere on the left-hand side, people are still hearing that and you can still talk about it. And
Yeah.
you still want to make sure that you're filling that sphere, right? And so if you have people listed that are already in your room, then I think you're limiting who your referral partners could invite for you.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, financial advising, commercial real estate, has anybody seen, have you done a one-to-one with a financial advisor that you might think might be a good referral partner for Chris?
Yeah, I'm talking with one and Chris's name came up and I said, you've got to reach out because they would be good referral partners for each other. And there's something else brewing in the background on it that I want them to talk with Chris about.
Awesome.
I'm thinking too that there's an estate planning lady in the Santana Elite group, Christina, Andrea.
Lawler.
So, yeah, that might be a really good connection, Chris. Super sweet.
Perfect.
Yeah, they're very, very good at what they do.
Are they?
Yeah, they are very good at what they do.
So I'll when I go down to the next meeting, which will either be this week or next week, I'll let her know about you and I'll put you guys in connection.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay.
So really quick, I'm sure all of you guys know this. Great ways to connect with folks that are in those spheres and find them is to go to member and type in the classification and it'll list all of the people in that classification in our region. And you could just reach out to have a one-to-one with them. So Andrea Lawler is in our region. Scott Lawler is in Northern Arizona. You could also go to BNI Arizona, do the same thing. Click on members, type in the classification, and then you've got even other folks outside of our region, but pretty close by that you could connect with and possibly gain another strategic partner.
Chris, what about family law attorneys?
Yeah. So the other one would be divorce attorneys.
I know that's why so you laugh.
Yeah.
And the reason that I say is because I think of myself because my first husband is not really an insurance guy. And I remember when I was in the middle of getting divorced, I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm 44. I need life insurance. I need a financial advisor to help me, even though I feel like I don't have, like, I needed all of those things. And so it just always makes me think that although, it sounds awful, I need a good divorce.
No,
But,
So I've actually had where the attorneys actually used the financial plan before, so to kind of get their alimony and whatnot. So
that's cool. Danielle, and then we'll move on to Christina. You're up next.
I was gonna say, Dr. Jamal, he's going to be back in BNI, and since you were saying nurses, you have a lot of nurses. So he's a chiropractor, but he does this course providing for providers, and he talks to mainly people who are in healthcare, and he's even connected with several of the hospitals now and their nursing programs. He's even gone to speak at their like nursing conferences. So if you're looking for more nurses, he might be somebody to
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, he's super,
Thank you.
super cool and very easy to talk to.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Christina, you're up.
Well, I don't really need to go because Chris just has the same ones as me.
So Christina is ditto.
And so I get one because he's a commercial realtor. He's in my chapter. Thank you for bringing that up. But I never thought about commercial real estate, so there's that. But I also put in the chat, Chris, injury attorneys, because they get lump sums of money for their clients, and if you build
Yep.
relationships with them, you can put together that financial game plan. And then family law divorce attorney. For me, tax repairs have been the tax repair in our other chapter really referred me a lot of times because while he was doing taxes, sent them my way for SEP IRAs or traditional IRAs, whatever they could do to lower their taxes. So that for me has been a really great relationship. Also, having a state planner, we have one in our room, so I love that. We're starting to do a lot of events in our communities. I don't know if that would make sense for you, Chris, but we're meeting with we're going to senior centers and presenting, and then the 55 and up communities and groups. Just talking to them about how important it is to have your beneficiaries looked at, make sure spending down in retirement, how much, bringing up the things that are important to them even though they're in retirement, right? Because we could still help them. But for me, I didn't think of the healthcare provider, so I really appreciate that tip. But yeah, that's pretty much the same ones are mine, so
Yeah.
love it.
And it's always helpful too to have one-to-ones with people that are in exactly the same classification,
Yeah.
especially if they have that abundance mentality, which that is the beauty of this team, right? It's not everywhere, not even everywhere in BNI. And you'd be surprised what ends up coming up when you do a one-to-one with somebody that does what you do. Is they're going to have they're going to have something on that sheet that you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I don't even know why I don't have that on. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, for sure. All right. Sydney, you're up.
Okay.
Okay.
I I don't have answers for these questions, but I am going to be changing my classification in BNI. I will not represent BNI anymore. I will be doing virtual slash personal assistant. I am in the middle of a crash course at the moment. I don't think that I need a whole bunch of help, but just to get systems in place, and they offer all of the contract templates, email templates, everything basically to start. Um, I yeah, I don't know. I'm in work mode and just trying to learn everything that I can. But I really noticed that I love this stuff helping my boyfriend figure out all of his business stuff for a door-to-door sales job that he makes a whole bunch of money and needs to be protected because if it were up to him, he'd just pay 40% in taxes. And I refuse to let him do that. So I loved setting everything up, and then obviously for a lot of the stuff that I do for BNI is a lot of admin work and everything, and I hear so many people just needing help and not being organized, and it's stuff that I just love doing. I want to organize your email inbox. I want to organize I just want to do things that people hate doing. It's just something I've always loved doing, and so I've just decided to okay, screw it. I'm just gonna go for it and just do it. So yeah. I think that I'll probably be geared more towards small bit obviously small, medium businesses, anybody who needs help really. My goal is to have to hire somebody in the first 3 months to help me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else there is.
Jason
I
said,
know that trades are going to be a big thing because they're mainly men who start these companies and don't want to, like my boyfriend, don't really care and don't want to do anything. So,
Sydney, I did that for years. I continue on that line on the side. And the best referrals came from a CPA, a lawyer, and business coaches who are talking to these people whose heads are just exploding. And you have a calm voice. You can go into any situation. I'm still doing it with people. It's like and you go in and say, okay, we're just gonna lay it all out. It's easy.
yeah.
Take a deep breath and go from there. So
Yeah.
I think those would be great referral partners for you.
Yeah. And then I also like with this class thing that I paid for, I get this like whole community. So it's like all the people who have taken the class. There's like 500 people on this like kind of Facebook page, and everyone is just like super supportive, and like you have this whole community of like people who are trying to do the same thing as you, but like all over the world. And so it's really funny because they're like, oh, like what are your marketing things? Like what are you gonna do for this? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna join BNI. And then everyone's like, oh my gosh, what's BNI? Da 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 da. And so literally there's like three people messaging me like, what's BNI? I want more info. What's this? So I'm like, I feel like I'm still working for BNI, but also like
yeah.
learning all these other
Yeah, and
things.
she's not leaving, by the way. Still absolutely going to be helping me. She doesn't work full time, so she's not stepping away from BNI. She's still director of member experience. So,
Yeah, I think it'll just allow me to get more involved into BNI actually, like when it's not that BNI doesn't benefit me, it obviously pays my bills, but something that is really my flame and something that I get to build and also still help BNI in all the ways.
yeah, and to be fair, honestly, I mean, when I was a BNI member, I didn't get very many referrals. I, I got
Yeah.
referrals. Sydney gets referrals for pretty much the same thing I did. When somebody buys a ticket to the gala, sometimes when they renew. So I'm excited
Yeah.
for you. Jason said business coaches, marketing coaches. Obviously, you're going to work with Stephanie, meeting with Robin, solopreneurs, photographers. Um, so congratulations, by the way. Lots of people throwing a lot of things in the chat. So thank you so much. You're probably going to work alongside Tava. Tava is probably going to be somebody too, because she's probably going to have clients that are going to need that as well. So, Danielle.
Okay. Um, so for me, it's other trades, specifically home inspectors and realtors. I kind of put them in the same category because they're giving you the same referral. Um, plumbers who do plumbing only, and general contractors. It used to be solar, but
Yeah,
the solar industry is kind of dying here.
it's weird.
So I don't really get a whole lot of business from them anymore. But I do have 3 of those in my room. I just don't have home inspectors. So I was trying to think of some others, but like anybody who's in people's houses, and I've been trying to think of people who give us referrals, but like full maintenance companies surprisingly send us a lot of business. So that's somebody I could put on there who's not in our chapter yet. And then pest control.
Yeah, Sydney said window people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Window, pool.
She knows one of those.
Yes. Yeah, she does. Yeah. She, she's trying to get him in.
Yeah. But I mean, it's pretty
Okay.
easy. People who are hot, you know?
Yeah. And not like hot, good looking. We mean like hot, like really hot.
Are you sweaty? Give us a call.
It's actually both. Both.
It is actually both.
I mean, we're a really easy referral. So
Yeah.
I got no complaints there.
Well, it helps that you're really good at what you do. You know, it really does. And it helps
Well, I
that
don't do it.
no, I wouldn't sell yourself short though, because uh I love your husband to death. You are a much better BNI member than he was.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, so it's the flame though. Like this is really your flame, right? Like that's it's what you do. And he does a really great job with the clients. So
Yeah.
it you know, you work really well together, and I love that the business continues to do so well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Deb.
Good evening. So it's funny when you asked that question, I wrote down, I was like, huh, I really haven't found like a type.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
in BNI. So right
Yeah, yeah,
now in
yeah.
my room, my highest ROI was from our organizer because she has very high-end clients. And
Okay.
I went to her 5-year anniversary and I did get 2 more leads from her. But the one lead she did send was extremely high. I was like, whoa. Um, so I'm going to be nurturing that relationship because she's fairly new. And then another new one in our chapter is our financial planner as well. And her and I have been doing networking events together. Again, I haven't booked anything yet, but it's definitely getting me a lot more exposure to a different clientele. I think I got kind of comfortable because I do have a lot of referrals in the chapter. I wouldn't say anyone's a partner, but they're my customers.
Right.
I know isn't ideal because we really want those outside ones. And I've been working on the trades and the men. And I know Jay, he's always handing out my card with little hand creams. Hasn't given us an ROI yet, but he's always out there. So I need to work with him of how we can better convert
Right.
to make him a better partner. But he's out there. And we did a coffee, and even some of the guys were like, well, I tried to talk to my wife about Mary Kay, but she thinks it's too expensive. And I'm like, compared to what? Right. So there's the conversation. I need to talk to her.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah. So again, yeah, in the room. So I guess for me, good referral partners are people that are also in health and wellness, like the opposite of Cecilia, because we can definitely refer. I do refer people to, we have a doTERRA friend that we refer back and forth to, and Melaleuca, right? Because there's the things I don't have. So
Right.
I think definitely more in the health and wellness. Again, we do have Annie in the room, but hers are more machines, so we haven't really
Right.
um, nurtured that relationship yet
Yep.
either, but I can definitely see where I can do more there. Um, yeah, so any ideas would be great because I have a big clientele, um, and they're mostly retired women um, that already kind of have a disposable income or love Mary Kay. And again, we're not expensive. Um, I
Yeah, I
am
mean, and those are customers, right? And we really are looking, you really want
right,
sources. You want people that are not just
right.
purchasing product, but that are continuing to send you business. So that,
That's definitely where I lack.
okay.
I have a lot of
Okay.
customers, but not a lot of referral
For
partners.
partners. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Well, if you guys haven't done a one-to-one with Deb, right? She's a great one to do a one-to-one with. Yeah, Ashley said event planner, hairstylist, um, photographers, right? All of those types of people. Um, Probably good people to have in your room. And I know you have had over the years, and I still think
Right.
there are some spaces in there. I think the biggest thing is we want to make sure that that box on the right on the contact sphere is filled with people that you don't have in your room.
Right.
That's what you want for all of you. For all of you, that's what you want. Because if people don't get anything out of a one-to-one with you except those three people, that's a big deal. And here's what I'll say. You need to be talking about it in your weekly presentation and not just asking for a referral. ask for the referral partner, and definitely do it leading up to your feature presentation. This is for everybody, right? You definitely want to do it leading up to your feature presentations.
So I would love an esthetician. The only thing with the hairstylists and the photographers, if they want me to do makeup, I'm not a makeup artist. So they hire somebody else because they're not going to do the makeup either.
Yeah. All right.
So
Esthetician
getting them
yes.
to understand that I train their people to do their own makeup for their photo shoot is a little bit
Yeah.
hasn't translated.
Esthetician is better. Yeah, esthetician is for sure better.
Right. That's really a go-to for me. And I've been
Awesome.
talking to a couple. Some have their own lines too, but it's
That's
definitely,
okay.
I could do the make, right. We can work with it.
For sure. Awesome. Jason.
Hello.
Hello.
This is sort of like a, I don't know if it's like a, yeah, I guess it's a future glance really more than a what type of referral partner has
Yes.
produced. I think it's more like what I expected to produce. So in the category of what I'm doing here, brand stories and personal stories, storytelling for both businesses and individuals. And so when I think about the individual side, great referral partners can be folks who are also working with clients who are approaching their senior years. Folks in the senior services contact sphere include people like doulas. I've been having some good connections with a couple doulas in our area. And they're talking about end of life. They're talking about, um, you know, uh, hospice and stuff like that, but not necessarily. That's not necessarily where their conversation is starting. Hopefully, they're engaging with my client who's a little bit younger than that. They're not necessarily, at the end of their life, but they're thinking about end of life. They're thinking about the legacy that they're going to leave behind. And so, oftentimes, it seems like it's people who are encountering my would-be clients because maybe they've just learned that there's something new in their health that's sending them down that road. And so that's why I say doulas and senior care services. On the business side, exit planners, people who are retiring or selling off their company have great, rich stories to tell. They're proud about the business that they've built up. They want to talk and capture the legacy of their business, both just for the joy of doing it, but also for the potential saleability of that business. We talk about having documentation in line to be able to improve your sale, but also like having a great, rich story to tell about the brand is going to do that for them too. So exit planners, estate planners, and mission-driven nonprofits would be another one that I would round that out with, heart-led folks who have great stories to tell because they want to further the mission of their nonprofit. They want to get in front of fundraising opportunities, and short films can really make an impact in those settings.
Jason, have you connected with Odyssey Storytelling?
No, haven't heard of them.
Okay. They're similar to female storytellers. Except female storytellers is female only, where Odyssey Storytelling is everyone and anyone, and they're at the U of A once a month. So just went to one of their events last week, so I will find a way to get you connected there. If anything, going to one of their events, right? Would might be helpful to get you connected to folks that way.
Yeah.
With female storytellers, that's actually Mel Blumenthal in Giver's Gain.
Okay, I have heard Mel talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they support nonprofits every month, which is also another connection for you, getting connected to those nonprofits and their stories.
Well, and Jason, it made me think too, and this goes for anybody, obviously in Tucson. If you're not in Tucson, you can always come with me. But the second Friday of every month, I'm the incoming vice president for the Foothills Club. And we are a nonprofit that actually raises money and gives money back, but the nonprofit has to be kid related. but it might be someplace. And again, I'm inviting you all if it's the second Friday, 11:30 to 1. Nope, it's definitely 12:30 to 2. Sorry, I was thinking of Giver's Gain. But if any of you all want to come and have lunch with me at Sullivan's, let me know because it's definitely, we've got 56 members, but most everybody in the room own their own businesses. So it's a great networking, and there may be some connections there for you, Jason. Yes,
I-
Deb.
So I've been doing some things at the Tucson Auto Museum, and a lot of the people that work there are retired men and women. I met a woman, she's 85, and she talks about cars. They love history. They love the history of cars. They're storytellers in their own way, but they do have storytellers that they book as a speaker series too, if you go to their website. Yeah, they love cars. So I mean, I don't know if that's a thing, so it might be something, a contact too.
Yeah, that's a cool niche, Deb.
All right, Arsenio.
Jason, I don't know if you said it, but who would be a good contact with you, for you in like a senior home?
Well, it's folks that are maybe talking about supporting seniors. So, it could be senior placement. It could be folks that assist
Yeah.
seniors to get them around town. Really, I think moreover, my client is going to be their kids.
Okay.
But people who are talking with professionals that are helping seniors are,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. I'm gonna try to see if I can find a name. I work a lot with the facility manager from the Sunrise Senior Living.
Mm.
Uh, we do. I mean, we paint their what's it called? The apartments basically.
Mm.
But the reason I asked is because maybe because I'm pretty sure. I mean, the kids are the ones that are. I mean, getting information for their parents and stuff like
Yep.
that. So if I can get a number or something, I'll ask.
Thanks, Arsenio. Yeah,
Jason.
Hold on one sec. I think there could be something, Jason, getting you in front of those, like not just one, then like actually having you do a presentation.
yeah. A fair would be
is-
great for me to be part of it. If folks are like listening out for I'd like to put. I heard Christina talk about this for Chris, right? Like, how do you assemble people in public and get to talking about people, things. I can also be like a really, I think, attractive person to add to a fair where otherwise uh like content being talked about has nothing to do with what I do, but I could lend a certain layer. Like I could be the guy that's there to help people like take better pictures with their iPhone.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
Yeah,
they're invited into.
you offer a bunch of different things. All right, Tava, super quick, because if we don't, I want to make sure
Okay.
we get through
No,
everybody.
I just want to find out, Jason, will you travel like up to the valley, up to the Mesa area?
I'll go to Maine or Connecticut.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, no, because I've got a connection that runs a whole old whatever it is, the people that need help.
Senior.
And I think if I could get maybe some information or a flyer or something that I could hand to her,
Yep.
I think we might be able to pull some of that as well for you.
Awesome.
Thanks, Dava.
Thank you. Jay, you're up, and then Jessica.
All right. For me, my biggest ROI is oh my God, property management company.
Okay.
We don't have one in our chapter, but I do have one that I work with. And my second biggest one is a realtor. Now we do have a realtor in my room. We have two realtors, but my biggest referral is not in my room, if that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, you need a
And then
property
of course,
manager in
Deb
your
can
room.
kill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deb is also one of my biggest supporters in the business. She sends a lot of referrals because she meets with a lot of ladies that do their makeups and stuff, and she passes my name around. So
Awesome. So
So I'm looking
you
for
need a couple of other companies though too, like or types of businesses, right? That would that are going to be passing you continuous business, right?
absolutely,
So
absolutely. I'm
Jay,
always open to meet more realtors.
we have
And
an
like I said, property
ex-BNI
management
member.
company.
We have an ex-BNI member who's now working at Caden Management, Caden
Okay,
Property Management. I know her really well, and she is huge into BNI, was huge into BNI, and
awesome.
I will hook the two of you up.
Thank you, Susan. I
Also,
appreciate
what
that.
about housekeepers? Because a lot of housekeepers don't do windows, correct?
Yeah, most of them don't. My understanding is that it's too complicated for them, and
Yeah.
they don't want to do the outside. They just want to do the interior. But I mean, I try to reach out to a few different housekeepers. Um, I haven't got a lot of results in the
Okay.
sense of getting.
What about the people that do window coverings? Like they sell window coverings. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm
if
laughing
they're
because I usually send the business out to them, but I never got any referrals back. And I reached out and let them know, hey, by the way, you know, I'm letting know about the people whenever they need a window coverings that
so you need a
we
good
refer to you guys.
relationship with
I mean, we
somebody
did
to
have
it.
the blooming blinds.
Yes, Brett.
Yeah, I do have a good relationship with the kid that was with the blooming blind guys.
Brett.
Brett, he's
Brett.
awesome. He's we've worked together very well. But he stepped down. I think he's doing it by himself right now. So he's
Yes.
trying to build his business again.
Okay.
Um,
Well,
but yeah,
property management, yeah, we need again, just trying to figure out, right? Um, who those people are that could continue to give you business.
yeah.
We're here to help. All
Thank you.
right. Jessica, and then Russ.
Mine would definitely be therapists and website design. And they are in my top three, and I do not have them in my room. And I do ask for them often during my weeklies.
Therapist and web design. Okay. Have you met with Jacob in Network Without Borders?
Not yet. He is on my list.
Okay, good. I don't know him well, but I I really enjoyed him. He seemed like he was a
And,
really really good person when I was in there and um
and also Shannon in Network Without Borders.
oh
I
yes,
can
Shannon. Okay.
Most
Jessica, is there a
general therapists
particular,
that serve women are good, but I will say marriage therapists, like marriage counselors, have been my top for
Well,
that.
that's Jacob.
Yeah.
Because they're either doing really good and they suggest a session, or they're not going to do really good and they suggest a session. So it works no matter what's going on.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, it makes sense and that's very interesting. Hmm. Okay. And you guys do not have web design.
No, not anymore.
Okay. Anybody else think of anything? Jessica, time. She was very specific. All right. Uh, Russ, and then Stacy Caballero, if you're back. Russ.
Okay, so we our top referral partners are the tax advisors and the preparers. I know them all in the region, and then the CPAs. We actually cannot get enough CPAs, so we go outside a lot, outside of BNA because they get too busy,
Yeah.
and that's okay. But we have some that were former BNI. We have big good relationships with. Um, some of the weird things and all of our contact sphere is in the financial realm.
Yeah.
So even realtors and mortgage brokers and financial advisors, we give and get referrals back and forth from them. Bookkeepers, I'm talking to all the bookkeepers right now. I even talked to a fractional CFO, you know,
Huh. Imagine that.
yeah. And it's, and then from, you've probably heard, but, we look for those same people. A lot of our clients are not in Tucson. So I go out on BNI Connect and I find those people in those other cities and if they're visible.
Right.
So, and then my top three, I think we actually have, we have family law. We have a great relationship with Todd. Um, or is he business now? I don't know. Whatever. But we had a bankruptcy attorney that we did great with, and he had to leave. And then say HR professionals are the one our top three that we're looking for.
Okay.
But I'm what Cecilia said. All the new members has been fantastic. So my list has gotten bigger that I have to go talk to all the referral partners that are on my list because wow, we're getting a lot of good ones in. And I met with Shannon the other day. It was what a great guy. And
Yep.
so I know they're out there. I just gotta make the time outside of my loop time to get there. So yeah, we're doing
Awesome.
good. We've actually
Congrats.
we've actually hired two new lawyers and two VAs. So the company is going. Yes.
I referred somebody to a bankruptcy attorney in California who is in BNI. And when I called, I told the secretary or office manager, whoever answered the phone, I told him who I was, my company. I said, I am calling because I am in BNI. She literally put me on hold and pulled the attorney out of the meeting to talk to me right then and there.
Yeah.
I had vetted like 3 or 4 of them for the referral. It was somebody I knew and wanted to take good care of. And I said, I got to ask you, why did you get out of your important meeting and come talk to me? He said, because BNI is my best referral partner ever. He's been in forever.
Yeah.
And I can make that connection to you. So I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you guys work cross states, right?
Yep. We
Yeah.
were in the
Okay.
entire US.
Yeah. I'll make that connection for you.
Cool. Yeah, and one of the latest new things for us is actually Legal Shield. We are killing it with Legal Shield between both ways, giving it, and I actually went out and found one in Dallas and one in Orlando, and we're making those relationships, we're
That's
building
awesome.
those relationships to grow the client base. And so yeah, Eugene's ecstatic. We meet almost weekly.
That's
So,
so cool. All right. It looks like Stacy Caballero had to leave. Stacy Lynn, are you back? Are you with us?
I am here. Sorry,
Awesome.
screaming grandchild.
No,
She
I figured it was her, and I'm so glad that she's home and doing well. So it's all good.
she is. Yes, she's doing great. Okay, so for me, it would be like CPAs and financial advisors is where I pretty much get most of my business from. Um, excuse me while I forget the rest of the questions. What?
No, it was are they on your
They are on my yes, they are on my list. However, I do have a financial advisor in my room. I do not have a CPA, so I would love to see one, and I do ask for it about once a month.
Okay. All right. Are there other businesses that you feel like would be helpful that Pat, what about what oh you have a couple of different coaches in your room too, don't you?
We only have one now. We had
Oh,
one that just unfortunately I think she was our life coach. She has some things happening in her life that has caused her to take a step back.
got it. Okay.
But we do have a business coach.
This coach, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep. We have two. We have a realtor and a commercial realtor. who have both sent me some business now and then. Oddly enough, I did get business from a divorce attorney because they were getting divorced and the judge wanted to see the numbers done right. So I did their personal books so that everything could be divided however they decided to do so.
That's interesting. Okay.
That was fun.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Well, we're glad you could be here today. I know you've so she's got a brand new grandbaby that was in the hospital, born really, really early, but she's doing really, really well. And mom and dad work. And so grandma has had that baby, and I know how that is. So thanks so much for for being here. All right, Todd.
All right, I'm going to talk fast. So you guys know me as a payment processor, credit card processing. My number one referral partner is a Medicare guy. And no, they're not on my list. It wouldn't make no sense at all for him to be like my best referral partner. But he happens to be because he's super connected. But I am changing classifications. I am still going to do payment processing. That's part of what I'm going to do. But the VP of enterprise sales for the company that I work for brought me with him when he moved to a company called Priority Commerce. And Priority Commerce does acquiring or credit card processing. They just do it faster than everybody else because they're an acquiring bank. They're on the NASDAQ. They're a multi-billion dollar company with over 2,000 employees. They're big. And so, like when you batch out with them, you get the money in minutes, whether it's nights or weekends. That's one little advantage. The other thing they do, though, and the more important thing they do, is they help you manage your idle cash. And what that means is if you've got money sitting in your checking account that you're waiting to pay your payroll or you're waiting to pay your payables, um, your bank is earning interest on that. And so they allow you to manage that and to make the money on that investment at money market rates, which are right now around 3.7%. And it can be as high if you want to put it in short-term treasuries at 4.7, 4.8. They have a ledgering system to help with payables. And what you can do then is negotiate with your vendors and say, you know what, you're giving me net 30. I'm going to pay in 2 days if you give me 2.5% discount on that invoice. About 30% of merchants will give you that discount. We give you a little bridge loan if you don't have the cash flow to do it, and you make that split, whatever that happens to be. It's complicated. It's not easy what I'm describing. It's more than just a minute and a half conversation. The people who I'm looking for now these days are a little more enterprise related. So I'll give you an example. Shannon from my chapter works for a company called N2. N2 is a publishing company, and they've got 500 little magazines across the country that they've franchised out that all get ads. Those people purchase their ads with a credit card. Um, there's 36,000 of those people that pay $500 a month. That's $180 million a year
Right.
in acquiring that, fingers crossed, Shannon and I are going to get by the end of this week. And I'm going to share half of my residuals with him. He's going to do really well on that if
Yeah.
we get that business. But the other part of it is um, that company has about $10 million in cash because they have all those payables that they have to do that just sits there. If we manage their treasury for
Right.
them,
They're gonna
they're
make
going to
more
make a
money.
$500,000 a year off of
Yeah.
just that. So it's just something more that
So you're gonna have to change your sheets and you're gonna have to come up with your contact spheres. So
yeah, it's
and let us
connected
know. Okay.
people. Who do you
Yeah.
know that's knows somebody in a C-suite at a big company, basically?
Well, and not everybody knows what a C-suite is. So that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to make sure that that language is good. So
Understood.
okay. All right. Well, congratulations. Um, maybe help us, send an email, let us know who those when you come up with those contact spheres, or if you all have ideas. It's 5:26. I think Gloria, have I gotten everybody except Gloria? I think I've yes? Okay, Gloria, you're up.
Okay, so what would really make my life worth living is to have health and wellness coaches because they have clients that are motivated to improve their health. The other thing that I'm looking forward to is massage therapists because they're dealing with people who have stress or tension or discomfort of some sort, which the products that I have and the essential oils can help with. Insurance agents, they've got customers who have high deductibles or limited coverage or no insurance at all. So someone who doesn't have health insurance is definitely somebody that I could help, who doesn't have to worry about a $500 deductible every month or something like that, but I can help them with what they need. Or perhaps somebody who's in mental health, life coaches who have clients who are seeking support. So even with health coaches, health and wellness coaches, mental health coaches who have clients who want to improve their health or don't know or don't think about that there's ways that they can improve their health. I need to talk to these people because I can share with them how doTERRA's essential oils and wellness products can help their clients achieve their goals or quiet down the crazy or help them with things that that are just loud in their head and we just need to quiet that crazy. I can help them do that. So these are the professions that I need to have, and I don't have a significant or a targeted pipeline of businesses that are referrals for me on a constant basis. So I'm almost like one of those mesquite trees, that have all of these branches and people are just falling out from everywhere. But it's okay because people need what they need and all have different needs, but I can help with those. But for those of us who have professionals who are in coaching or in some kind of therapy, even holistic practitioners, insurance agents, especially in mental health, they've got clients that I can help.
Okay.
While they are helping with their own particular area, there's essential oils and wellness products that I can also help with to help them get to their goal, whatever that might be.
Awesome. Great. All right. Yeah. Danielle said massage therapist, chiropractors, acupuncturists for sure. So, uh, hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you all took some notes. Again, just like in your BNI meetings, it would be great if we could pass a referral to everybody. We know that's not going to happen. And if you thought of something, if there's a connection that you can make for someone in this room, please, please, please reach out. Let's do that. All right. Um, you get 2 CEUs for today. Also, every single call, your leadership team call, please make sure you turn in your CEUs for that. Remind your leadership teams. Just one more time, make sure you're sending the notes. Do everything that you can, hopefully, to help that president, whoever's taking the notes, to send those to Cecilia. Our next retreat is July 11th from 8 to 4. We're going to do it at the Sozona office, which is Country Club and Broadway. For those of you coming from out of town, it's at least close to being right off the freeway. So put that in your schedule. We're excited to have everybody at the office. And then afterwards, party at Casa de Ballard. We redid our pool. We've got a beautiful space out there. It's going to be very nice and hot. We'll have some food and drinks and, just hang out. So if you're able to come and stay, we would, of course, love to have you. Super quick, remember May 12th through the 14th is Phoenix. May 12th through the 14th is Phoenix next year. That is where our next that's where our next conference is. So put those dates in your schedule. You're not going to want to miss it. Tava has opened up her home, and so we're going to have a huge backyard party. It's going to be great at her place. So I know she cannot be at the retreat, but Tava, it's okay. We knew this. We knew it. And last but definitely not least, a little bit of a positive quote that I can't see. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, You have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. You all really do help me change the way the world does business. Thanks so much again for being a part of my team. Always really nice to see you all, and I will look forward to hugging you all next month at our retreat. Hi, Bean. You all have a great day. Thanks again for being here. Like I said, next director meeting is our retreat at the BNI office. Bye, everybody. No, no, no. If you have to, Danielle, you know, things happen. So if you have to leave, be there for as long as you can be.
I felt bad. I was like, oh no, I had it in my calendar, but I can't control.
Well, no, you can't control when someone says, "Hey, by the way, I'm going to have a bridal shower."
Okay.
Chrissy, what date was the retreat, please?
July 11th.
July 11th. Got it. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you all. Have a good one. Christy,
All right.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. I
Enjoy.
need
Next
I need
time.
to have you come out and do my windows, Jay. They're so bad. They're so bad.
Okay.
All right.
I got you.
All
I
right.
got
I
you.
know. I know. I got a guy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Chrissy, I have one question.
Yes.
One.
Yes.
I have feedback for the gala, and I was so sad that I didn't get to go. Would you guys like that via email?
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. I'm
is it-
sure it got covered. Oh, it's positive. I just felt bad for all the people that stayed late. So my idea was to have a specific committee for that next year.
Yes.
Did
So
that get talked about already?
we did a debrief. Yeah,
Yeah,
we did
yeah.
a debrief, and
I
that
was sad to miss it. I was sad to miss it, but yeah, okay.
yeah, that was
brought up.
definitely one of the things that we chatted about was
Cool.
having a quote unquote cleanup crew.
Cleanup crew. Yeah. Yeah.
I will say that Amy said it would be great. This year was different because I had bought so much stuff. But I do think that it'll be different because she said it would have been really great if we knew like what boxes, what things went back in the boxes.
Right.
None of that. And as I've told everybody,
yeah,
as crazy as this sounds, this was still the most organized we've ever been.
Yeah, it was incredible. I just all of a sudden realized like, oh, I don't think we ever talked about that.
It's very
Did
cute.
Did we talk about cleanup crew? I don't think we talked about cleanup crew.
What is that?
Grandma,
I see that.
it's a truck with a tree on back.
On the back.
Cute.
I see that. Amazing.
Cool.
Ashley,
okay. So you're good then.
Bus, hold on one second too, because I have a question for you. Ashley, I'm wondering how you feel about being our secretary treasurer and visitor host trainer with Robin.
I would love it.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Awesome.
As I'm literally going through invoices right now for my chapter from the last 12 months.
Yeah.
She can take my place.
So that's what I'm going to have her do because Russ, I would like you and Jessica to train mentor coordinator.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sounds great.
So we're going to have I'll put the dates out so that hopefully hopefully it's a yes and everybody can just be there and I don't have to worry about it. That's my goal.
Right. Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah. Definitely send me dates.
You sure did.
I don't think we're going on any vacations after August. I don't remember what else though. So I don't remember when that would be.
Okay. I'll send them we're working on the dates, so I'll send them.
You'll have too much fun with Robin. Trust me. We have
I know. I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna let anybody else talk.
That's fine.
Oh no.
That's fine.
She'll do a code black on you just like
she'll
did
do
me,
a code
so
black
don't
on me
worry.
too. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
right.
Alrighty, y'all. Have a great
Thanks,
weekend.
guys.
Or
You
not
too.
weekend, week.
Yeah, well, I mean, it could be a
Chrissy,
weekend. Yeah.
Celia, quick question. Can't believe I'm saying this. I want to go up to Phoenix on one of your Wednesday meeting for the new chapter.
Okay.
I don't know when. You tell me when. I will get a sub because it's right during our meeting times.
Yes, it is. So this Wednesday, this Wednesday is our first Wednesday of training.
So you're just starting. Okay.
They just started. So we did MSP the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
This week I'm running the meeting. So we're running our first meeting. Cecilia and I are meeting tomorrow morning to go through the mentor program and figure out how we're going to incorporate that in the training. What I would love is if we could have you come on the day and talk about Power of One, because new members don't get Power of One until I feel like it's too late.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
So,
you tell me when.
Okay.
I'll make
yeah, we would
I'll
love to
get a
have you.
sub.
It's a great group of people.
It's really, I want the cake pops from Cassandra, so.
Oh, so that's Santana Elite.
Oh, that's a different one?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
different
no,
side
but
of the freeway. Different side of the freeway, man.
yeah, but she'll be there. I can
That's
go.
definitely State 48.
Yeah.
State
Oh, that's
48
all right.
has the cake pops.
Yeah.
You guys are killing it.
It doesn't matter. I'll get him somehow. I'll be closer.
I mean, you would be closer.
All right. But yeah,
Okay.
so I just couldn't help myself. I go, all right, I'm gonna do it.
Well, their ribbon cutting or their kickoff day is July 29th. If you want to come and be a director consultant in the room, we'd love to have you help because I think they're going to have a really big turnout.
Yeah, July 29th. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's just my normal meeting. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I would love to. I can't help myself.
We'll take your help. We'll take your help.
And Jessica and I will finish up. We didn't quite finish up all of the mentor.
Yeah.
I didn't finish session 6. And then we have some things we're thinking about with the one-to-one stuff. I've been playing around with it and I went, oh, so we have some thoughts.
Okay.
I've done some one-to-ones where I did the one-to-one sheets and my business and tops profile. And I've done them inside of an hour with me talking, so I know it. So I know it could be done, and it's just to make it more effective.
Okay.
So, but we'll see if it'll work, and it may not be ready for them, but we may have it. We could probably have it ready for August or September, or whenever, or when we train. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Thank you for that.
Sounds great.
Well, and just let me know. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cecilia, you just want to jump on Zoom tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, great. I will see you at 8:30.
See you in the morning.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye.